It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakhat Wadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Food security outlook alarming. Now this could lead to a global famine, of course, because this is a food security outlook that is basically having an impact on the whole globe, which is actually scriptural, and it is prophesied in the Holy Scriptures. Cost of imports will continue to soar. Let's read that again. Costs of imports will continue to soar. That means that the cost of imports will continue to rise greatly. When something is soaring, that means that it is rising rapidly. So the cost of imports will continue to soar across the globe due to higher prices, it warns. The World Food Import Bill is estimated to rise to 1.994 trillion this year, higher than previously expected according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization FAO. Okay, in its latest report released on Friday, the FAO said this would mark an all-time high and a 10% increase over the record level of 2021, although the pace of the increase is expected to slow in response to higher world food prices and currencies depreciating against the US dollar, which we know that the US dollar is the leading currency on the planet, in which Russia and China is fighting so hard to get away from. Both weigh on the purchasing power in importing countries and subsequently on the volumes of imported food, it said. The report noted that economically vulnerable countries are being more affected by higher prices. These are alarming signs from food security perspective, indicating importers are finding it difficult to finance rising international costs, potentially heralding an end of their resilience to higher international prices, the FAO warned. It also pointed out that high-income countries will continue importing across the entire spectrum of products while developing regions will stay focused on staple foods. Regarding agricultural imports, including fertilizers, the agency said the bill is expected to rise to $424 billion in 2022, up to 48% from the year before, and as much as 112% from 2020. Okay. It says, higher costs for imported energy and fertilizer are behind the forcing increase. Both are particularly relevant in imported bills, posing strains for the current accounts of low-income and lower middle-income countries, the report said, adding that as a result, some countries may be forced to reduce input applications, almost inevitably resulting in lower agricultural productivity and lower domestic food availability. According to the FAO, negative repercussions for global agricultural output and food security are likely to extend into 2023. And of course, we are at the end of this month, so now let's go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 5, because this is biblical prophecy. Okay, because believe it or not, there are prophecies in the Old Testament that has not happened or is happening and will continue to happen until they are at their peaks, such as 2nd Esdras 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Now, The word plague means a disease or a contagious disease first and foremost. But when you look even further into it, a plague is a evil event that causes distress upon the people. So let's see what some of these plagues are, which the Lord said he would bring upon the world. The sword, famine. What is a famine? A famine is a shortage of food, death and destruction. So the cost of ships and maybe even planes importing food from other countries could lead to a famine. Because if you think about it, if a ship cannot afford to finance the amount of money that it costs to import one food from point A to point B, do you really think they're just going to import that food for free? No. That means that many ships containing commodities such as grains, rice, wheat, sugar, flour, fruits, vegetables, many of these ships that contain these things will be on standby because of unaffordable prices to import those goods. So the increase of prices, which is soaring, by the way, as it says in the title here, that the soaring increase of prices that is costing these different sailors and maybe even piloters on planes to import this food is it's starting to become unaffordable. Now we know that America gets a lot of its food from these different countries. Okay, America gets its grain and its wheat from countries like India. You know, America gets a lot of its fruits from Australia. Some of their fruits come from Brazil. You know, America gets a lot of its grain from some of these Arabian countries, wheat from these Arabian countries. You know, America gets some of its sugar from Europe. Like, you see what I mean? And if the prices are too high to pay these finances to import this food, then these food ships and these food planes are going to be on standby. And that can lead to a food shortage here in America, you see. So the Lord said that he would bring famine as one of those plagues upon the world, which is the globe. And they said that, the cost of imports will continue to soar across the globe. Due to higher prices, it warns. Okay, so the Lord said that he would bring plagues upon the globe. And by the way, this is the so-called white man proving that the earth is round like a ball and not flat. Here's a picture of the earth. Well, they got a globe right here, but the earth is round like an orb, like a ball, you see. So a lot of you guys who say the earth is flat, you're a bunch of dumbasses. Now, with that being said, let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. Okay, it's not that the earth is flat, it's just your brain is flat. Okay, the earth is round like a ball, period. It even tells you that in the book of Isaiah. But that's a topic for another time. Matthew 24 and 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And there's been a lot of wars and rumors of wars. You know, we're hearing about those Israeli planes that's escorting U.S. nuclear bombers. You know, and not to mention, the United States still currently has over 50,000 troops stationed on the borders of Iran. So things are about to go down. But before that, of course, the CHIP, the CHIP, which is the market, you know what, that's going to have to be mandatory first. And they're already pushing this Capri-Sun super hard. So as of next year, they're going to make the Capri-Sun mandatory. So Matthew 24 and 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, you see that? All these are the beginning of sorrows. So when it says diverse places, that means around the globe. It's not talking about one country that's going to be hit by famine. No, this famine is going to take hold of the whole planet, the globe. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.